All right, go right into questions. Peyton, career high.
Peyton, you vowed to keep fighting after the loss last Thursday. Obviously, you came out, set the tone early. Just talk about, accepting this fate and making the most of it.
I think it's another chance to play basketball, and honestly, that was some of the most fun I've ever had. I was just out there, it felt like I was messing around, but, I was still locked into the game plan and just getting to my spot, shooting it confidently, just, doing what I could, having fun with the guys, and, I had a blast, and I think it looked like it too.
He just had career high in 30, but you also had you tied career highs, 12 rebounds, 9 made field goals, and 7 threes, all tied career highs, and then on top of the 30. So can you just talk about the rhythm that you just came in with? Did you feel like you could have one of these games previously, before the game?
Yeah, kind of like I said, when you come out and just, try to have fun, that's kind of what can happen. And, I wish maybe there was times I wish I would have taken that mindset a little differently during the season, but I can't fault it too much. I had a pretty good year, so, I was really excited for this opportunity. It sucks not getting to play in the big tournament, but we still get a chance to play. And, I love this team so much that, I just had a great time out there, fighting with the guys. And, when you're having fun like that, I think it's easy to get cooking.
Obviously, when you're playing well, it helps. But why do you feel like you were having so much fun?
I think a lot of people, you saw a bunch of teams turn down this opportunity and a bunch of other stuff. And, Tom Crean said it well, it's another chance. You spend the whole offseason talking, and I don't know why, teams would want to end that early because, we got to go out there and I got to play with my brothers again and play in front of, what was an amazing crowd. It wasn't big, but everybody there seemed like they were having fun. They were loud, and, I had a blast playing basketball. You never know what life's going to bring. So getting that opportunity to play again, I'm so thankful for it.
Some slow starts these last couple games. I think at one point you were on pace to score 120. Were you kind of determined to come out hot? Was there a mindset behind that?
Honestly, coming off that 8 days off, going into Illinois was a tough thing because, people got sick, people got hurt, and it was, a long week of practice. And you go out there, it doesn't feel like second nature playing right away. And that was honestly, it was kind of a tough break, and there's nothing we can do about it. But that start, honestly, it held us down for the rest of that game and for the Ohio State game. I think people got tight. We were talking about, if Josh's three that was halfway down goes in against Illinois, we're in a completely different spot. The crowd's into it. We're confident, but in those games, you can get tight, especially knowing what's on the line. So out here, it felt like kind of like a reset for us, and a lot of guys were excited to get back out there and just play basketball again, and that's what we did, and I'm so proud of everybody that got in the game, and it was a good time.
Can you speak to Ben's play in the second half and how he kind of gave you guys a spark into that 4-minute stretch you guys had plus kind of got you guys going again? Yeah,
he was so good earlier in the year, and he's been really hard on himself lately. Hasn't been playing up to his standard, but we kind of said before the game, let's just go have fun, and he did that. And I'm so proud of him for battling through it. And this is his last year, so he's trying to make the most of it. And I couldn't be more proud of him. He was excited to play and ready to go.
And you kind of talked about some teams turned down the NIT bid. You guys were all about it. You guys came out with a lot of energy. It just seemed like you guys were really enjoying playing with one another, and knowing your season continues. Can you just elaborate why this team means so much to you and why it's so important for you guys not to enter the off season, but just keep playing what you guys have always wanted to?
Yeah, growing up dreaming about playing college basketball, and this isn't exactly what you want. You don't really watch the NIT growing up a ton, and you watch the NCAA tournament. But once you get here, going through life with these guys the last 6 months, everybody's dealt with loss. We've dealt with everybody being really critical of us. We've dealt with, the loss of loved ones and losing games on the court. And, we've always stuck together, and I think that's what has made this so special. And every opportunity we get is an exciting one. You could sense before the game everyone was super excited to get out there and play. And, you never know when your last game may be. You never know what's going to happen. So every opportunity is a blessing, and I think that's kind of how we took it.
Do you notice K-State had anything showed anything different defensively in the second half when you guys came out?
They were all over me, face guarding me, and credit them. They kind of took me out for a while, and they're a really good defensive group. We didn't get a ton of time to watch them, but a ton of respect. I mean, you watched them last year go to the Elite Eight, and it's hard going on the road sometimes for a game like this, but you know they battled, and you know all credit to them.
How'd you guys regroup following K-State's 10-0 run to start that second half?
You know, our energy just wasn't there. We missed a couple shots we normally make, and you know we've struggled with that this year, is rebounding from runs that teams make. But you know we just got it inside. You know Ben made a play, Owen made a play, and sometimes that's all it takes is just a little spark, and then you know we were back into it, back with urgency, and that's what you need.
You've basically been playing only Big Ten teams like the last 2 months. Is there anything to playing a team outside the league, or is it you don't know too much?
It was nice because at the beginning, you know, they didn't really know who I was, so I was able to get open. That hasn't happened for a long time. So, but you know, it was fun to, you know, they were incredibly fast, had some really good athletes and players, and it was a fun challenge, you know, and it's something, you know, new. And it was fun to, you know, go through another scouting report and learn a new team. Feels like all I've done for the last 3 months is watch Big Ten basketball. So it was a good challenge and, you know, good game.
For as hot as Josh was for a stretch there, it seems like he's kind of cooled off. I know you had ups and downs, especially last year. Is there anything that you've said to him over this stretch?
I just tell him, you know, just get to that mid-range hit, get to your three, and just let it fly. Because, you know, he's dealing with injury. He got hurt early in the Illinois game, but battled through it. We weren't sure he was going to play against Ohio State, but, you know, he's tough, and he wanted to play. He knew he had to play, and, you know, it's made him, you know, maybe a little out of his game, a little out of rhythm. But, you know, he'll be back whenever we play next. He'll be ready to go, no doubt in my mind.
I don't know the exact number of free throws, but it was somewhere between like 27 to 31, somewhere in that stretch, and that's got to be up there with the most free throws you guys shot all season. Was it part of the game plan, just be aggressive and try to attack the hole once you guys realized that you guys were getting all the calls?
I wouldn't say it was anything, you know, different. It's just kind of how we've played all year, is attacking the rim, and you know, we got some calls, and yeah, I think we missed quite a few free throws, but you know, getting there is such a big thing, and took some of their best players out of the game, so that was a big deal.
All right, thanks, Peyton.